is Nuria, and today we are going to discover Casa Amatller. So, well, some information. First of all, the house was built in 1875, but the chocolatier Antoni Amatller bought the building in 1898, and he commissioned it to Josep Puig Cadafalch the remodeling works. So, we can find in the entrance level the spaces for servants, kitchen, and the garage for the car that Antoni Amatller had. But we can also find that the family lived in the main apartment and the other apartments were rented out. So there was a special staircase with the elevator for them, for these families. The most decorated area was the main apartment. Do you want to discover this space? Let's go. As we could find different social classes, we can find different staircases. The main staircase, where you can find a lot of decoration and a lot of animals. So, different materials like graffiti work, all or the stained glass decoration that permit us a lot of light, but also different colors. The architect, Josep Puig Cadafalch, was an eclectic architect. He wanted to mix different styles. Everywhere you can find some references that remember us the medieval period or the Mozart decoration. So, well, this is something that we are going to find everywhere in the house, not only the modernist decoration. This is the main entrance, the entrance for the family and the guests, the bourgeois people. So we can find beautiful decoration, a lot of animals, a lot of beautiful elements that give us welcome to the apartment, but at the same time that explain us something else about the chocolate production. And always and everywhere in Barcelona you can find the dragon, as for example here in this line. And are you ready? We are going to discover this beautiful house. This space was like the space for separating the spaces for social people or for guests, and the private spaces, bedrooms, only for the family. And we can find on the floor an element that it's like a reference that remember us that the family surname Amatller in English is almond tree, and at the same time in ancient Catalan we can read Déu vos do, bon dia y bona hora, like welcome today. We don't speak like this. A lot of a lot of decoration, a lot of elements, but at the same time, well, we are going to the public area. I have to close the door because this is like a house that was in the past. We can find everything like if the family was living here, okay? This was the house of Antoni Amatller, but also his daughter Teresa, 400 square meters, only for 2 people, not bad at all. And as Teresa created a foundation, she wanted to preserve everything. And the foundation, Institut Amatller d'Art Hispànic, wants to show us how the family lived here. Not only with the decoration and the different elements, also trying to show us how the electric light was in 1900. Not enough for us, but in that moment was the best that they could have, okay? So, well, if we want to see how the public area, how the spaces for the guest was, Well, first of all, an element that we can find in a lot of buildings that Josep Puig Cadafalch designed. The sink. This is a space, a special space with beautiful decoration on the floor, this marble, and also a medieval reference another time. It's like an element that remembers us how the cathedrals were. Okay? Here we could find the sink, but at the same time we have the dining room. Here we can find the space for servants. This is a special element that nobody in that time had. The kitchen was downstairs. They didn't want smell or nothing related with kitchen. So they used the electricity and the new technologies that used in England for this elevator for dishes. So servants could serve everything quickly and absolutely in every moment. A secret here for going down, up, and the bell. They could communicate themselves, and like this everywhere or every time was perfect. Okay? Now we can try to find the dining room. This is probably the most beautiful space. This public area was separated in 3 different rooms: the dining room, the music room, and the living room. So here in the music room, and we can find references in these beautiful columns. In this music room, we should imagine the piano. The piano was here, and Teresa, the daughter, was able to sing and play the piano. This was usual in a rich young girl. But if this was the music room, we can find some special decoration, like, for example, 2 different songs. Well, 2 songs that explain us something else about the traditional Catalan culture. Okay, as these walls were covered with fabrics, we should replace the original wallpaper. Okay, in this case, it was possible to discover a little part of the original velvet, the original painted velvet, here in this area on the back, and it was possible to reproduce the original decoration because we could find the original design in a museum in London. Okay, so as it's true, we have a lot of decoration, a lot of information, but it is necessary to reproduce something. Okay, in this area we can also find beautiful elements, and elements that remember us that the family wanted to collect everything. Okay, and what about the dining room? Not bad at all. We have everything prepared for a good dinner, and as always, decoration everywhere. So the furniture in this house is original, and the architect designed also these elements, but in this case the brother Salat produced these elements that remember us another time a medieval castle. So this mix that we can find everywhere. And do you remember that Antonio Amatller was a chocolatier? So Teresa, the daughter, tried to spend the Sunday's evening with friends here in this table and with a cup of chocolate. Not bad. In this house, we can find decoration that explains us something else about the family. For example, this decoration, these ceramic tiles, if the chocolate was sold in the south of Spain, in Andalusia, we can find this decoration that was produced there by Mensaque factory. And probably you are thinking, and why not some medieval, some modernist decoration? Yes, it's true. Here we can find this decoration made with different layers of plaster. In this house we can find same decoration but different designs everywhere. It's also in the facade. Here, the fireplace, not bad at all. It's a big fireplace, but I think that it was not enough in a house, in a house that had 400 square meters. But ceramic tiles and metal, two materials that continue warming the space, and also a beautiful reference, this white marble sculpture that explains us something else about the family. We can find in the middle a ship, but also two princes. One of them here on the top that remember us some different cultures in Central or South America. And on the other side, the European princess, because the family bought the chocolate in Central South America. He used the ship, and like this, he could produce the chocolate in Barcelona, and they sold the chocolate around Spain. So, well, everything that was prepared, controlled, and thought. Okay, this was perfect if they wanted to sell a lot of chocolate. But usually the public area is near the main facade, because like this the family could show the dresses, parties, or people that visited them. In this house we can find the things or the spaces change. The reason a garden that we could find here, and if they had a private garden, they needed a beautiful decoration or a beautiful window that remember us another time this medieval decoration, forms and different colors inside the house. Okay, so this was the warmest space in the house. But we can discover something else. Yes, if he was a